You stand on the edge of forever. The dust of this ruined moon is fine and silver. It clings to your boots like a forgotten promise. Before you looms the gate. It is not made of wood or any metal you know. The strange alloy seems to drink the light of distant stars. It swirls with captured nebulae you cannot name. There is no visible handle, no obvious keypad, and certainly no friendly welcome mat. Whoever built this place was clearly not expecting casual visitors. Or perhaps they were expecting exactly someone like you. A low hum vibrates up through the soles of your feet. It is a deep and resonant sound. It feels less like a noise and more like a memory you almost have. The hum speaks of immense power held patiently in check, power that has slept for 10,000 years. Your ship's computer called this location the Embassy, a rather optimistic name for a crumbling structure on a dead rock. It seemed like a cosmic joke at first, but as the gate before you glows, you start to understand. This was never just a building. It was a statement, a monument to something lost. You reach out a gloved hand. The air itself crackles with static energy. Your fingers hesitate just inches from the shimmering surface. The swirling star patterns held within the alloy seem to shift and swim. They slowly rearrange, mirroring the constellations of your own home world. A stunning coincidence? Unlikely. Nothing about this place feels accidental. You realize this is a lock, and the universe has decided you are the key. The thought is both terrifying and unbelievably thrilling. A little pressure, to be sure. You take a steadying breath and press your palm flat against the gate. The deep hum immediately sharpens into a resonant chord. The light flares, turning the silver lunar dust to blinding white. The star patterns spin faster and faster. They merge and form a spiraling galaxy right on the door. It is a beautiful and intricate welcome. It almost makes you forget this moon is a certified graveyard. You feel the gate begin to yield, not by sliding or opening, but by dissolving into pure, warm light. You step through the threshold. The light recedes behind you. The gate seals with a whisper. You are inside the fallen embassy. Vast, crumbling arches stretch into the gloom above. They look like the ribs of some colossal, star-born beast. The air is still and cold. It carries the scent of ancient stone and ozone. Moonlight, or what passes for it here, spills through cracks in the vaulted ceiling. It illuminates murals of long-lost heroes. Tall, elegant figures stand beside creatures of light. They gesture toward star maps that no longer align with the heavens. They were celebrating a victory, a peace, a time before the fall. Your footsteps echo in the silence. It is a lonely, hollow sound. Then, you feel it again. That same pulse from the gate, only stronger now. It is a faint, rhythmic thrum, a heartbeat in the stone. The shadows in the grand hall seem to deepen. They writhe and shift with a life that is not their own. You draw your sidearm. Its power indicator casts a small, green glow. The light does little to push back the oppressive dark. A new sensation washes over you, a feeling of being watched by countless unseen eyes. The pulse quickens. It is a slow, steady drumbeat, an awakening. The dust on the floor stirs, not from any wind, but from the resonance. The heroes in the murals seem to mock you now. Their painted smiles look like warnings in the shifting light. This place is not dead. It was only sleeping. The pulse becomes a low thrum that you feel in your bones. It is unsettling. A whisper echoes from the vaulted darkness above. It is not in any language you know, yet you understand it perfectly. The words are impressions, feelings, memories that are not your own. You are hearing echoes of the first contact, the moment this embassy was consecrated. Voices ripple through the air, a chorus of hope and anxiety from a dozen different species. You hear their awe at meeting one another. You feel their shared dream of a united galaxy. The experience is overwhelming. It is like living 1,000 lives in a single second. The joy, the discovery, the promise of a shared future. But then the tone shifts. The hopeful chorus is pierced by a single, sharp voice, a cry of alarm that cuts through the ages. The voice is desperate, frightened. It speaks of a shadow that consumes stars, a silence that hungers. It warns of a pact made in ignorance, a key turned in a lock that should never have been opened. The warning is stark and clear. The void is not empty. The void is not neutral. It has an appetite. And this embassy, this very ground you stand on, is the keyhole. The pulse in the floor intensifies again. The whispers fade, replaced by a chilling silence. The warning hangs in the air, cold and sharp. You are no longer just an explorer. You are the inheritor of a terrible mistake. You push deeper into the embassy. The ancient warning drives you forward. You follow the rhythmic pulse. It leads you to a circular chamber at the heart of the ruin. In the center of the room, a single crystal console glows with a soft, internal light. It is the source of the hum, the only piece of technology here that seems perfectly preserved. As you approach, the crystal flickers to life. It senses your presence. A three-dimensional map of the local star cluster appears above it. The projection is flawless, but the map is wrong, or rather, it is ancient. It shows worlds that your charts label as dead. Planets turned to asteroid fields. Stars that have long since gone cold. Data streams flow across the projection. They are diagnostics, distress calls, final reports from a war fought before your species discovered fire. The archive is showing you the void's victims. It highlights forgotten worlds, one by one. It shows you their last moments. Civilizations wink out of existence like snuffed candles. The data urges you to act. A timer appears in the corner of the projection, a countdown. But it is not counting down to zero. It is counting up, measuring the time since the last system fell. The numbers climb with terrifying speed. The console flashes with a new imperative, a directive. Stabilize the rift, seal the wound, before the hunger consumes another star. You have your mission. Now you just need to figure out what a rift is, and how exactly one goes about stabilizing it. Easy. As the archive's message fades, a heavy grinding sound echoes from the walls. The floor trembles. Stone panels around the circular chamber slide away. They reveal alcoves that were hidden for millennia. Inside each alcove stands a metallic figure. They are 7 feet tall. Their forms are both elegant and brutal. Their burnished alloy skin is covered in dormant circuitry. For a long moment, they are perfectly still. You think they are just statues, a ceremonial guard for the archive. You were wrong. A single point of red light ignites in the head of the nearest sentinel. Then another, and another. All around the room, blazing crimson eyes fix on you. These are the guardians of the rift. They stir from their stone graves. Their limbs move with a silent, unnerving grace. They were not built by the lowest bidder. Every joint is a marvel of ancient engineering. They step out from their alcoves in perfect unison. Their footfalls are heavy, deliberate. They form a ring around you and the console. They do not raise weapons. They do not make any threatening gestures. They simply watch you. Their eyes blaze with a restless, questioning fire. Are you a threat? Are you a savior? Or are you just another scavenger picking through the bones of their fallen masters? Their silence is more intimidating than any battle cry. You have to prove your intent, and you get the feeling you only have one chance to get it right. You stand your ground before the silent guardians. You do not raise your weapon. You slowly raise an open hand, the universal gesture of peace. At least you hope it is universal. For a moment that stretches into an eternity, nothing happens. The red eyes of the sentinels continue to bore into you. Then, a new sound breaks the silence. Not a grinding of stone, but the hiss of hidden doors. Sections of the inner wall retract. They reveal smaller, concealed chambers you had not noticed. A hushed chorus of voices emerges from the newfound darkness. Figures step into the soft light of the archive chamber. They are not human. They are not constructs like the Guardians. They are aliens, survivors, a mantis-like being in flowing robes, a creature of crystalline facets that refracts the light, a being of pure energy contained in a shimmering field. There are 6 of them. They move with an ancient, weary grace. These are the Hidden Council. They are the diplomats who remained behind. The archive has chosen, the mantis-like being says. Its voice is like the rustling of dry leaves. The Guardians yield to its will, and so we shall yield to you. The crystalline being shimmers. We have waited long for one who could pass the gate. We are all that is left of the Alliance. Their council promises a fragile peace. They explain the nature of the rift, a tear in reality, a doorway to the star-consuming void. They tell you they can help you seal it. But their voices are strained. Their unity feels brittle. Trust is a currency they no longer spend freely. The council leads you from the archive chamber. You walk through corridors that hum with restored power. The Guardians follow at a respectful distance. Your personal honor guard of giant, silent robots. It is a little strange, but you will take it. They lead you to a vast, cavernous space. The floor opens up into a chasm, a bottomless pit from which a soft, blue glow emanates. This is the rift's core. Its energy is immense, palpable. You feel it wash over you like a warm tide. And then you notice something incredible. The blue light from the core pulses. It beats with a slow, steady rhythm. You check your suit's biometric scanner. The rhythm matches the beat of your own heart, 1 for 1. As your heart rate quickens with awe, the core's pulse quickens too. You are connected to it. This explains why the gate opened for you, why the archive responded. You are attuned to the rift in a way no one has been for thousands of years. The mantis-like elder of the council watches you. It resonates with you, it whispers. The star science is unfamiliar to us, but the connection is undeniable. Another council member steps forward, a sleek, furred being named Zaylar, the envoy. He smiles, a gesture that does not quite reach his dark eyes. This changes everything, he says. With your help, we can finally control it, not just seal it. His ambition hangs in the air, a cold counterpoint to the core's warm glow. You feel a new tension within the council. The elder wants to seal the rift. Zaylar, the envoy, wants to control it. The others seem divided, their loyalties uncertain. You are the tiebreaker, the key to their ancient dilemma. The blue light from the core deepens. It seems to react to the conflict, to the dissonance in the room. You try to focus on the original mission. Stabilize, seal. Do not get involved in 10,000-year-old political squabbles. It is a good plan. It lasts for about 5 minutes. Sealing the rift is a coward's choice, Zaylar says. His voice is smooth, persuasive. We can harness its power. We can rebuild what we lost. We can even push the void back. He gestures to the pulsing core. Imagine a galaxy where we hold the ultimate power. No one would ever threaten us again. The elder rustles its robes in agitation. That power is a lure. It leads only to ruin. It is the same temptation that doomed us before. As they argue, you notice something in the dust. Xylar has been tracing patterns with his foot. A complex alien sigil. You saw that same symbol moments ago. It was in the archive. It was the mark of the star-consuming void. The betrayal hits you like a physical blow. Xylar is not a diplomat. He is an agent of the enemy. He has made a secret pact with the void. He does not want to control the rift. He wants to open it completely. Trust falters. It shatters into a million pieces. The envoy smiles at you again. This time, there is no warmth at all. Only cold, patient hunger. You see, don't you? Xylar says, his voice losing its charm. It is now flat and cold. He drops the friendly act. The void offers true power, not the fragile peace of cowards. The other council members back away from him. The guardians in the hall shift, their red eyes focusing on the envoy. Before anyone can react, Xylar slams a device onto the floor. A black energy field erupts. It pushes everyone back, even the mighty sentinels. He turns to the rift. He begins chanting in a language that makes your teeth ache. The blue glow of the core begins to flicker. It turns a sickly purple. He is poisoning it. Despair begins to set in. You are trapped, outmaneuvered. Then, a new sound cuts through the chaos. A clean, sharp signal pierces the embassy's silence. It is a standard Terran Alliance rescue beacon. The signal is weak, distant, but it is there. The archive console back in the other room must have relayed it. The signal flashes on your wrist display. Stranded allies. Their ship is damaged. They are hiding in the asteroid field that was once a planet. Hope sparks in your chest. A tiny, defiant flame. You are not alone in this system. Xylar sneers. Do you hear that? Your friends have arrived, just in time to watch the end of everything. The signal is a lifeline, but it is also a target. Now you have to save the embassy, and you have to save them. The purple energy from the rift's core grows stronger. It casts long, dancing shadows across the cavern. Xylar continues his chant. He is a conduit for the void's power. You have to stop him. Now. Guardians, defend the core. You command. Your voice rings with an authority you did not know you possessed. The 7-foot sentinels react instantly. Their programming recognizes the threat. They march toward Xylar. Their heavy feet shake the ground. He laughs and waves a hand. Tendrils of dark energy lash out from his body. They strike the guardians, throwing them back like toys. The remaining council members are terrified. They are diplomats and scholars, not warriors. But they are not broken. The elder turns to you. We will distract him. You must find a way to sever his connection. You rally your scattered forces beneath the ruined spires of the great cavern. It is not much of an army. A few frightened aliens and some stunned robots. This is your last stand. The battle will decide the galaxy's fate. No pressure at all. You signal to the crystalline being. It understands. It begins to glow, focusing the core's remaining light into a blinding beam. The Mantis Elder and the others create shimmering shields of energy. They prepare to face the traitor. You break from the group. You run along the cavern wall, using the chaos as cover. Your goal is the strange device Xylar used. It seems to be anchoring his power. Xylar is a storm of dark energy. He holds the Guardians and the Council at bay. His power is immense. The purple light of the corrupted core pulses violently. Waves of this void energy surge across the barren plains of the cavern floor. They are not just energy. They carry whispers, promises of power, visions of glory. They assault your mind, trying to find purchase, trying to turn you as they turned Xylar. You fight them back. You focus on the rescue beacon, on the faces of your comrades, on the memory of your home world stars. This is a battle on two fronts, one for the embassy and one for your own soul. The dark tide rises. But then, something new happens. From the core, a second wave of energy emerges. Pure, blue light. It is the rift fighting back. It surges outward, meeting the purple tide. Where they clash, the energy neutralizes into harmless light. The whispers in your head fall silent. The blue waves carry their own whispers, echoes of the first contact. Whispers of hope, of unity. A new dawn is rising from the heart of the chaos. The rift is not just a doorway. It is a source of creation, and it has chosen you as its champion. The balance begins to shift. Xylar roars in frustration as his power is contested. He did not expect the rift to have a will of its own. He is not the only one. You reach the anchor device. It is a twisted piece of void technology. It hums with malevolent energy. You cannot destroy it with your sidearm. You need something more. The Elder's voice rings in your mind, a telepathic message. The heart stone, on the central pedestal. It can purify the core. You look toward the center of the cavern. Near the edge of the chasm is a floating pedestal. On it rests a fist-sized crystal. It glows with a gentle white light. This is the sacrificial choice. The Elder's message continues, laced with sorrow. But be warned, the Heartstone requires a payment. To cleanse the rift of the void's touch, it will demand a sacrifice of equal value. You race toward the pedestal. Dark energy tendrils lash out, trying to stop you. You dodge and weave, your focus absolute. You grab the Heartstone. It is warm to the touch. Power thrums within it. The stone communicates with you, not in words, but in understanding. It shows you the price. To restore the core, you must give it something of yourself. A memory. Your most cherished memory. The one that defines you. The one that gives you hope. You see the faces of your family. You feel the warmth of your home. You must give it all up. Erase it from your mind forever. You weigh your duty against your own identity, against your very soul. You look at Xylar, at the spreading darkness. The choice is not a choice at all. It is a necessity. You clutch the Heartstone. You take a final moment to live in your cherished memory. You say a silent goodbye. Then you hurl the stone into the chasm. It falls toward the corrupted purple heart of the rift. As it descends, it flares with brilliant white light. A wave of pure energy erupts upwards. It is a cleansing fire. The purple corruption dissolves like smoke. The dark tendrils around Xylar vanish. His chant sputters into a cough. The rift's core returns to its healthy, vibrant blue. It pulses in time with your heart once more. But you feel a cold emptiness inside you, a hole where your past used to be. The sacrifice is complete. And in that empty space, something new blooms. Knowledge, insight. You suddenly understand. The star science revelation washes over you. The rift is not a wound. It is an engine of creation, a place where new realities are born. The void is not an invader. It is entropy, the natural end of all things. The embassy was not built to stop the void. It was built to balance it, to foster creation in the face of oblivion. Xylar's mistake was not ambition. It was impatience. He tried to force a power that must be guided. Knowledge shines like a sunrise in your mind. The path to a brighter future is clear, not through fighting the darkness, but by creating a light so bright that the shadows have nowhere to hide. Xylar collapses, his connection to the void severed. He is just a man now, a tired, defeated figure. The Guardians secure him without effort. The council members gather around you. Their facets and carapaces and energy fields all seem to express the same thing: awe, relief, gratitude. The blue light of the restored core fills the cavern. It feels warm, hopeful. As the dust settles, you hear new footsteps echoing in the halls. A group of figures appears in the cavern entrance. They wear the familiar uniforms of the Terran Alliance. Their faces are smudged with grime, but bright with relief. It is your crew, your comrades. They followed the beacon's source. They found a way in after the gate registered your presence. They are led by your first officer. She lowers her rifle when she sees you are safe. "We thought we lost you," she says, her voice thick with emotion. "Looks like you were busy." The reunion is a moment of pure, unburdened joy. Bonds reforged in the heart of a crisis ignite a renewed purpose. You are no longer just an explorer, and they are no longer just a crew. You are the guardians of this place now, the inheritors of a 10,000-year-old duty. Your friend claps you on the shoulder. She does not know what you have lost, but she can see what you have found, a new reason to keep fighting. In the days that follow, the embassy is transformed. Guided by the new understanding from the rift, you and your crew work with the council. The ancient systems hum back to life. Ruined sections repair themselves with shimmering fields of hard light. The structure rises anew from the silver dust of the moon. It is no longer a tomb. It is a beacon, a symbol of resilience. The rescue beacon you answered becomes a broadcast, an invitation. It is sent on all channels to all corners of the galaxy. It tells wanderers and seekers that they have a home, a place of knowledge and second chances. Ships begin to arrive, cautious at first, then with growing confidence. Species long thought lost emerge from hiding. Old enemies meet under a banner of truce. The halls of the embassy once again fill with a chorus of different voices. The future beckons. It is vast and inviting. You stand on an observation deck, looking out at the stars. The void is still out there. The silence still hungers. But here, in this place, you are building something to stand against it. Not a weapon, but a community, a promise. Your personal loss is a dull ache, a small price for the galaxy's gain. The rift pulses below, a steady heartbeat. Your heartbeat. The new horizons are waiting, and you are ready to meet them.